Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. Yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
On first down, Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken at the 46. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56.
Off play action. Murray lets it go for Nelson. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Being chased out left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now back to throw. It'll buy some time. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Here's Murray. And that'll be caught by Gresham for a Cardinal touchdown. Jermaine Gresham from 10 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. And that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. The pitch goes to Barkley. And some space here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right? To use one of the cliches.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now look at 56.
He'll look to throw. The 20. Over the middle to Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 43 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Eluding the pressure right. Wide open, complete. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Murray. That escapes the sack, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Gone!
Hey. Four down.
Off the play fake. Murray. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Le'Veon Bell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They don't want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration...
And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are in for 6. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Off play action. Murray. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Murray. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. To Barkley on the check down. And the ball is knocked out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Room to run past midfield. And just shutting him off there. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd and long. A handoff to Barkley. Fighting through. Still going. Give him 16 yards on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from the 20. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch him now, Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like...
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Back to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base and score.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney! Gun! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Murray. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Gun!
Throwing again. Murray. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Gun!
Operating from the gun, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They get it to him running left. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Odell Beckham Jr. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. And even 40 yards. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the fumble recovery, Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after him.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants! And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up in there, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 33 yards. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll run it again with Barkley. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Murray. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cardinals get a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. They'll try to run it in with Bell. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
On the run, it's Barkley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, That doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.